very bondage, yeah. CC Maria, she carry front from Bayelsa. Oh, CC Ngozi, she carry back from Anambra. Imarama, oh, I for make you my lady. Imarama, oh, yeah.
Hi loves, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. So let's get started. I am going to be doing my eyes using the Fenty Beauty Moroccan Spice palette as well as the Killawatt Foil Freestyle highlighter palette. So to start, I'm first going to go in with the saffron color on a Morphe E27 brush, and I'm just going to blend that through my crease and my transition area. The Morphe E27 brush is really great for getting that really blown out blended look. It does most of the work for you, and if your look is not super precise, this is a great brush to use. This color is super warm and it's super beautiful. I'm honestly kind of disappointed that I haven't picked up this palette in quite some time because it really does deliver, especially with the matte shades. They might not look like a lot in the pan, but when you put them on your eyes, they are absolutely stunning, especially considering that I already primed and set my eyes with powder, which I have not been doing lately. Next, I'm going in with the Fez Up color on a Morphe M506 brush, and I'm going to blend this into my crease a little lower than the first color that we laid down. I'm also going to wing that color out a little bit towards the tail of my brow bone. And I just like to pack on the color first and then just very lightly blend it out so that we still maintain the richness of the color and we don't lose too much of it by blending it all the way. I'm going to go back in one more time with that Morphe E27 brush just to make sure that all the edges are nicely blended out and that everything is nice and seamless. Next, I'm going to carve out my lid using that same Fenty Beauty concealer. I just wanted to see how it would perform as the base for an eyeshadow, since I do tend to use concealers as eyeshadow bases. Since this has more of a medium kind of thick texture to it, I think that it would work really well as an eyeshadow base. So I'm just cutting my eyes slightly higher than my natural crease so that it's still visible even when I'm looking straight ahead. And I'm just using a small flat brush to do this. So next I'm going to go in with this center shade from that Killawatt highlighter palette, and I'm just going to take that on a flat brush and just pack that all over the inner third of my eye. I'm usually not drawn to silver shades, but for whatever reason this was just calling my name. I think it has sort of this iridescent kind of holographic effect to it that I was really drawn to. Next I'm going to go in with that rich copper shade on another flat brush, and I'm just going to pack that all over the rest of the lid where the concealer is still visible. I'm also going to layer it over that silver shade a little bit so that we start to get that natural gradient. I'm then going to sharpen up the crease using the Fenty Beauty Glitter Release eyeliner in the color Later Crater. Next, I'm going to go in with the Suck It To Me shade on a super small detail brush, and I'm going to use that to further deepen the base of the crease. I like doing steps like this to create a little bit more contrast between the crease area and the lid area. I think that it really makes the eyes pop. It adds a little bit more depth and a little bit more dimension to your look. It's kind of like creating shadows and shading where there really isn't any. This is kind of a shimmer shade, but I think in small amounts it works really well. Next, I'm going to go in with the Fez Up color on a Morphe M506 brush, and I'm going to place this along the outer third of the eye and drag it into the lid kind of in a wing shape. This is another one of those colors that doesn't look like much in the pan, but when you apply it, it really does deliver. I'm then going to give myself a wing liner using the NYX Matte Black Liquid Eyeliner. This is my favorite eyeliner. It's drugstore, it delivers, it does the job, and I'm super happy with it. Moving on to the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with that saffron color on a Morphe M506 brush, and I'm just going to smoke that all over my lower lash line so that we get a nice smoky look. Next, I'm going to go in with this gold shimmer shade called Casablanca on a Morphe M326 brush, and I'm just going to pack that along the inner third of my eye. To further deepen my lower lash line, I'm going to go back in with that Suck It To Me color and just place that primarily on the outer third of my eye, blending it into the saffron color so that it's a little bit darker, but we're still maintaining that smokiness. You guys know I love a pop of blue, so I'm going to be picking up this blue shade from that Killawatt Freestyle highlighter palette and placing that in my waterline. For mascara, I'm going in with the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara for my top and bottom lashes. So the lovely ladies at Iris Beauty were kind enough to send me these 2 contact lenses, so I'm going to demo them for you. So I'm popping in the pearl gray pair, and holy smokes, that is intense. It is way more intense than my usual gray contacts. At first I was a little shocked, but it did kind of grow on me. I think this is the kind of look that you really need an intense eye look to pull off. For lashes, I went in with the Carrot Lashes in the style 102, and from here on now, you're going to be seeing me rocking the Sensual Brown eye contact lenses. I think they are so natural and so beautiful. They are not doing too much, and I think that's a good place to be. Oh, I forgot to mention that I did add crystals underneath my lashes just for a little pop, something fun that I've been wanting to try. Moving on to the rest of the face, I'm going to bronze using the CoverGirl Queen Ebony Bronzer and a fluffy brush. I'm going to take this along my cheekbones and a little bit on my cheeks. I'm going to take it around the perimeter of my face and my jawline, and even place a little bit of that on my nose. You guys know that I love bronzer. It's one of my favorite steps of makeup. It just brings the whole look together. It adds that warmth, it adds that dimension. It just takes the look from a done face to a lived-in face, in my opinion. I'm then going to go in with this beautiful copper shade from that highlighter palette and place that along the high points of my cheeks, my forehead, my chin, and down the bridge of my nose. This is actually a really beautiful highlighter. I'm also going to take some of that highlighter and place that along my brow bone and my inner eye corner using a flat brush. I couldn't do a Fenty Beauty look without using the Trophy White highlighter. That would just be absolute blasphemy. So I'm going in with a little bit of Trophy Wife, the tiniest bit. You guys know that Trophy Wife is a super beaming highlight, so you really have to be careful with it. But I do really like the way that these 2 highlighters interacted with one another. I think both colors together were absolutely stunning. For blush, I'm going to be going in with this sort of deep red color on an e.l.f. complexion brush. It does have a little bit of shimmer in it, but honestly, I don't care. I think it looks so beautiful, and I think it's blending so lovely in with the other highlighters that I'm using. I'm going to set my face one more time with that Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, and we are going to move on to lips. For lips, I'm using a brown lip liner and the Jordana lip liner in the color Mulberry Cream. I'm combining those 2 together. And then I'm going to go in with this Fenty Beauty Stunna Lip Paint in the color Unveil, which is a beautiful chocolate brown. This brown lipstick is just so stunning. I really wish more brands would come out with colors like this. It's both a brown and a nude. It's absolutely beautiful. You can wear it on its own. You don't need a lip liner. I mean, it's just so pretty. I absolutely love it. To add a little bit more dimension to the look, I'm going to go in with Uncuffed, which is like a rosy mauve in the center of the lips. I did like the way that the matte lips look, but I felt it was a little one-dimensional, so I did go in and add some Fenty gloss at the end. And that is the look. I'm going to fix my hair and change my clothes, and I will be right back. I wanted to talk about this unit a little bit. You guys know that I mentioned in my last video that I wanted to experiment with hairstyles and different hair textures and brands and things like that. So this unit is actually from Julia Hair on AliExpress. They reached out to me and they wanted to send me some of their hair. This is the Malaysian Curly. It is 3 bundles and a closure. So the bundles are 24, 26, and 26 inches, and the closure is 20 inches. It has a natural 1B-ish color. It's a little bit more brown than that, but I think it's absolutely beautiful, and it has a middle part. I'm super impressed with the way that it came out. I actually made the wig myself, and I have never done anything like that in my life, and it was super scary at first, but I'm glad that I did because it was kind of fun to do, even though it did take a little while. I did film it, so I will have a video up on that in the next couple of days so you guys can see what that process is like. If you're a beginner like me, and if you've been interested in trying your hand at making a wig, I believe that making your own wig is going to be a little bit more affordable than buying something that's been put together already. So that's definitely one of the positives about doing it yourself. But guys, this hair is so beautiful. It's so soft. It's so bouncy. I love the way that it looks. I was like, you know, let me just try something different. Let me not get something straight. Let me not get something kinky straight. So I'm really glad that I got this texture hair. I think it's so beautiful. All I did was put a little bit of mousse in the hair and it laid so beautifully. The curls really came to life. So I will leave a link to the hair down below. It's an AliExpress brand if you want to check it out. I Honestly, really love this hair. I don't really know what else to say about it except that I think that I did a good job on this unit. I actually had on a different wig at the end of this video, and then once I put this on after I was done, I was like, oh yeah, this is the one. This really just, in my opinion, made the whole look come to life. So that's the look, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe if you were not subscribed already. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, have an amazing day.